What's up, everybody? This is Fatima. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do a video about areas of the body that are governed by the sign of Virgo. Okay, I'm also here to give some intuitive messages for as you heal. And I'm also going to give you a psalm of empowerment for you at this time while you're healing. So the first thing I have for you, Virgo, um, I've started reading, well, I've been reading the 48 Laws of Power. And this is a very good book. It's by Robert Greene. He also wrote a book called The Art of Seduction and also The Art of War. Um, this book is very, very good when it comes to dealing with psychological aspects of self and others. Um, So, without further ado, I'm just going to go and dive right in. I'm also going to do some healing messages, some sound messages, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. We are in a Mercury retrograde, and so there are a lot of us that are needing to tune out the sounds and needing to hear our own thoughts. We are the messengers, the receivers of information. So everything is passing through the sound waves, and we are channeling them. Virgo's analyzing, Gemini's picking it up. So it's like a signal, and Virgo's looking at it. And Virgo's looking at it. So we are picking up and working hard and extra in a mind state. And when we are not aware, we project energies that are not of highest good onto others. And so this message is to help us to get more aligned and grounded. So it may or may not resonate for you, but if not, then just you know just take it as information. And I hope it is good to help you. So I'm going to give you some sound bowl healing at the end of this message. And so we're going to start with the 48 laws of power. And the number that I pulled was the number 36 while I was meditating. So the number 36, you can also look this up on Google. You can also get this book on Kindle. You can order it on Amazon. I didn't pay a lot of money for it. Excuse me. As I'm channeling this, I'm seeing 333 and the number 33. While I was meditating, I also saw 111 and I saw 1111 three times. Okay? So, those are angel numbers. You can look them up. The number threes are about expansion, growth, and luck, optimism. So the 333, just in a nutshell, speaks about you being on the right track and ascended masters being with you, guiding you. Okay, so now let's go into the 36th law of power. So being that I just saw 333 and 33, and we're looking at the 36th law of power, you are in alignment as you are tapping into this video. Yeah, I got my little Mr. Monopoly magnifying glass because I'm working on my eyesight. Okay, and sometimes it gets a little blurry, and everything on my channel is a sign. Okay, so let's look. 36 means to disdain things that you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. So it says, by acknowledging a petty problem, you give it existence and credibility. The more attention you pay an enemy, the stronger you make him. And a small mistake is often made worse and more visible when you try to fix it. It's sometimes best to leave things alone. If there's something you want but you cannot have, show contempt for it. The less interest you reveal, the more superior you seem. That is your power message. Okay? Because Pluto, which is all about power, change, death, rebirth, um, is giving us a little bit of challenge thanks to Aries. Um, So this is the message for you. Okay, the other message comes from the Power of the Psalms. This is another good book when you have a specific intent and you want to focus on your prayer. And so the message is Psalm 21. Psalm 21 is good for heavenly blessings, a favorable verdict in a court situation. And it's also good before you go into battle when you are looking for victory. David's prayer for victory, sung as he entered battle, trusting not in chariots or in horses, but in God, and that he can lead you towards success. Pray it when engaging in your struggles in order to succeed. All right? For a favorable verdict in court, light a purple candle. The evening before the appearance is scheduled, read the psalm through 7 times. After each reading, pray with assurance. I look to thee with faith in thy mercy, compassion, and justice. Extinguish the candle when the ritual is completed. Now, don't blow the candle out. Get you a smut thingy and put the candle out, okay? For heavenly blessings before entering the tub or shower, repeat this psalm, and while bathing, concentrate on verse number 5, which says, "We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Be assured that the blessing will be plentiful." Okay? Your number is 21 also, which is a number 3. All right. So now let's go into areas that focus. Oh, wait a minute. I want to start here. Now, catnip. Catnip is good for working on your bond. If you're trying to attract someone, I wouldn't do it right now because this is retrograde. You will attract your shadow. All right. And hemp cream, hemp flour. Look up catnip and hemp. Those are your herbal messages, Virgo. Okay, now Virgo rules over health, work, service to others. Virgo is also the system, the nerves. Okay, Virgo is governed by the pancreas, the small intestines, the cecum, the colon, the digestive tract, the rectum, the duodenum, and the sense organs, the eyes and the ears. Okay, it is Mercury, and it is the ruler of Chiron, which is the wounded healer, the inner healer, the place where you think you will never recover from, but that you have to tap into in order to recover. So if you are familiar with your birth chart, Chiron will tell you how to heal. Where you have where you the houses where you have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, it's what you need to look at in order to heal, because Cancer rules over the moon. My left eye is jumping as I'm saying this, so excuse me. For some, that's just a sensory thing. For others, you need to stop expecting the worst out of a situation. I feel like somebody may have a court scenario that they're dealing with, and you need to have hope and have faith, because your message is 11:11. Make a wish and it will be granted. But be careful what you wish for, because you will get it. So you are in manifestation mode. The message is saying to give thanks. Excuse me. Give thanks. God is great. And reclaim your victory. And remember, but God, and He's always watching. I also see that someone is having a masculine problem. Someone could be having an issue with their masculine. And if you're looking at self, the message is to look at your masculine, which is the thought process, which is connected to Virgo, because we analyze, we think. Listen to the sound. Tune in and tap into the sound. Right now, I'm listening to the native flute. So that's a good message for those of you that may need to tap into some sounds. Excuse me, it's not the incense. I've been clearing my throat chakra because this pollen, it got me a little bit sensitized right now. So the message is to also watch and monitor your blood sugar when it comes to health. And there is also an unwanted growth. So it said to check the astral houses. So it was telling me to look at Mercury. Mercury in the sign of Cancer. And so I clarified that, and it came out as Cancer again. So maybe somebody could be dealing with an issue with that. Pray about it and don't worry about it, because you need to reclaim your victory. Maybe there's someone that has a fear of something being cancerous. Um, I'm hearing benign. Okay. Okay. So also, yes, praise God. Okay. So somebody don't want me to get that part out though. Okay. So now, um, I'm going to get into the North Node and South Node in just a minute, but we're going to look at the chakra alignments for you. Virgo is saying to um, look at things without the rose-colored glasses. Remove them. Okay, see things as the way they are. Let go of perfection. Even though we are perfectionists, Virgo, okay, get to the root cause of the problem. Why are you such a perfectionist? Why do you want everything to be perfect? Okay, question that. Okay, and when you get upset, you have to look at self, because we are in Aries season. Also, Virgo, you don't have to rationalize everything. Everything doesn't have to make sense all the time. So you don't have to prove it, even though I know, Virgo, you need to have proof of something and you have to stand on things all the time. So the message is to accept imperfections, okay, and accept things for what they are being shown to you to be, okay. In order for you to renew your energy, you are going through a transformation. Be open to receive. Take your power back, okay. So this is why I started off with the 48 laws of power. Let it go so that you can grow, okay. When life hands you lemons, make a little raspberry lemonade. So eat your spinache. You know what I'm saying? See things from a higher perspective, from the bigger picture, okay? Um, and praise God now, because you have a victory coming in for you. You're coming out of murky waters. A cycle is over. A new one is complete. A new one is beginning. Okay? Be open to this. Everything is going to work out in your favor. Trust that. Okay? Be kind and gentle with yourself. Be open to love. Be open to receiving love, and be open to the idea of giving love. Give that to yourself, especially first, because you can't give it to nobody if you don't have love of self. Okay? I know you like to help others. Continue to be helpful. Okay, your colors are red and yellow. You could have people that are envious of you. Don't matter. Keep pushing. The red is the color of the root chakra. Yellow is the color of your solar plexus chakra. So I'm also being guided to tell you to protect your solar plexus and to stay grounded. Yes, stay grounded. Okay, and look up. Okay, because if you can look up, you can get up. Focus on your health. Continue to focus on healthier habits. That is the message from the moon, which is in Capricorn, which is telling you to follow the patterns. And your other message is to boss it up, buttercup. Okay? Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. And this is just from the Virgo's perspective. Forgive me. I'm being Virgo right now, all right? You have to be the boss over your own life, over your own self, and take charge. And so, in order for things to go where you want it to go, you're going to have to boss up. Okay? Nobody's going to, everything's not going to be handed to you. But when things can't go your way, that means you need to just let it go and stop and just be open to receive the changes. Because if you're doing something in excess and you're expecting a different outcome every time, then the message in the signs are asking you to pay attention to the red flags. because you're overthinking, overanalyzing. That is the unwanted growth, because the unwanted growth could be in your gut. Somebody could be getting a belly. Yeah, so do your workout then. Okay, if you feel like you are, I feel like somebody's stomach is growing. Um, so look at what you need to cut out. What are you doing in excess? I'm also seeing to take the bitter with the sweet. Easy come, easy go. Uh, don't take things so personal. I think Jermaine Jackson sang that song back in the day. All right. So now, when it comes to letting go of anger, because we are letting go of emotions that no longer serve us, your messages are to sit comfortably in a chair or relax on the floor. Picture your anger as a fiery ball floating in front of you. Imagine it getting smaller and smaller as you count backwards from 10 to 1. And as I was meditating on that message, I could see somebody is a masculine, like, yeah, whatever. Because I'm feeling a little bit of, and it's not really harsh energy, but it's just the Virgo energy is like, yeah, whatever. Because you're having to, you're wanting to perfect things and you want things to be right, but just go easy on yourself at this time and avoid overworking. Okay, make peace with what you want but don't have. Okay, take a deep breath as you inhale. Reflect on something in your life that you want but you can't have at this time. For example, um, if you were a teenager and you wanted your parents to give you a phone for the end of the school year, or you wanted to get your driver's license, you expected something but you can't have it right now. Okay, imagine yourself inhaling, and as you accept that it is what it is for right now, exhale by releasing it. Because as you exhale, you visualize the thoughts of patience in the direction of what you want to help you remain more flexible emotionally. Okay, so you may have made plans for something, but it didn't go your way. So accept that it's for your protection, because the moon in Capricorn is about rejection, right? Or validation. Some people could be expecting to appear, for things to appear perfect, and it's not going to be like, I wanted a T-bone steak today. Okay, but I'm having to drink my smoothie, and I almost busted up in the damn supermarket. Like, give it to me, I got to have it. But I know I'm needing to cleanse, because my spirit is telling me that it's time to detox. So don't forget, Cancer rules over mucus. So the reason why you hear me coughing is because the murky waters, okay, need to come out, because sickness sits in the mucus, and that is where the root of the problem resides. So I'm processing, I'm detoxing. So I'm not sick or anything like that. I pick up things, I internalize, I analyze, and I have to output in a healthier way. Back in the day, I used to spaz out. I go to fuck off and cut you a whole new butthole and give you a whole new duodenum. What? I'm trying to be a lady. I'm trying to be feminine. And my inner masculine is telling me that that was the problem. The root of the problem is you need to be more ladylike. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I'm channeling it too for me, but for others, the message may resonate for you in a different way. Okay? Also, the message is to dislike instead of hate. So as you reprogram your mind and you get rid of the negative emotions, use the word dislike rather than using the word hate, because hate will inflame your reacting brain, which is the part of the signals that taps into your emotions. And using the word dislike in place of hate will tame your reacting brain. So that's another healthy message to practice better usage of vocabulary. Okay, because as you heal from the program, your mind is going to search for replacements, okay, for what it is used to. So Capricorn is all about I use, okay. So what did you use in the past to cope with these scenarios? Okay, so now what can you use now to have healthier habits, to better align yourself? Overall, Virgo, I see that there is hope, there's healing, there are miracles on the way. Things are happening in perfect order because it is in divine time. Trust that your body is just in need to align. So that if you are detoxing from Pisces, addictive behaviors, because we all got something. You go from one addiction to another. If you had an addiction, let's say you had an addiction to smoking. Okay, what habit did you take up in place of that? It's one crutch for another. So the idea is to finally get to a place where you have balance. Okay, but everything is happening in perfect divine timing. So let's look at the North Node. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the North Node for whoever you are. All right. North Node in Capricorn. If you have a North Node in Capricorn, then your South Node is in, let me see, where is this at? Your South Node should be in Cancer. Yeah. Okay. And you see me coughing. I don't know if you hear that. That's mucus. Okay. And so as we heal, we become more sensitive. We came out of Pisces season. Pisces is the most sensitive sign of all the signs. So when we're talking about the moon, and the more you tap in with your emotions, the more sensitive you will become to the environment. And so hemp is also a good tool to use when it comes to healing areas of the skin, the hair, the nails. There are hemp creams. Look at the video that I posted if you're interested in some healthy tips on products that you can use to help you go to a more holistic side, along with whatever it is that you're dealing with, to help you have more of a productive life, when it comes to areas of your body. Also, catnip. Catnip is also an aphrodisiac, so you want to be careful with catnip, okay? Because one night of passion could be a whole situation of karma in the future if you let it. So just be careful. I'm just going to say it. For those of you that be kitchen witching. So if you got a North Node in Taurus, your South Node is in Scorpio, okay? Somebody is really, because I keep getting these energies, Taurus and Scorpio energy. This Taurus and Scorp. Scorps. All right, so let's see. If you got, let me give you another North Node. What's the other North Node in Cancer? Then your South Node should be in Capricorn, I believe. Where you at? Yeah. Okay, so for this person, this particular message is specific to you, and then we're going to see what your 12th house of karma is, and that will tell me who you probably were. But this will highlight your 12th house, will highlight your karma in this life. Okay, so who you were in the past life has a lot of influence on what you are doing in this life. So in the past life, you could have been an Aries, you could have been a soldier, a warrior, activist, pioneer, athlete. So you're now healing from these aspects of that. Okay, you have a 12th house in Leo. You could have been someone that's from a royal bloodline. You could be an entertainer, politician. Okay, all right. You rich, rich. Yeah. I'm just saying. If you have a 12th house in the 12th house of Pisces, you could have probably been a nun monk. You could have been a prisoner, prisoner of war or some kind. You could have been someone that dealt with mental health issues, a spiritual guru. You could have been known as a martyr. So you could be doing healing from the past life of those houses which brought you the trauma, okay, in those professions. So now North Node in Capricorn. Capricorn is all about following the patterns. So that is what you're supposed to be doing, following your patterns. So the North Node in Capricorn is telling you to take responsibility for your actions and commitments. Be committed to your commitments, right? It is also saying to that you have so much potential for extreme career success. And so the North Node is encouraging you to go after what it is that you really want by taking responsibility. Okay, you have a soul urge towards self sufficiency and responsibility on learning to work life balance. Take charge of your life. And the message from Capricorn, the father, is whatever you do, be the best at it. Okay, and but the mother is saying that life gets better. He laughing real loud in there. Okay, so now, in the past, you followed your instincts. So now you have to follow your patterns because you may have been more mental following the logical aspect of things. And so now you have to be more uh, grounded and look at what areas caused you to just repeat things to the point where you feel like there's no change. Okay, so you had a strong connection to family and home, and you felt more secure when the most wants had to be when you felt needed. Okay, so you didn't want to feel excluded, and family was really important to you, so you may have put family first. So now it's time for you to boss up and take charge of your life. Okay, because you have to put yourself first now, and that's the message of Aries. So if you had a North Node in have a North Node in Taurus, Taurus is saying to follow your morals. Okay, keep your dignity, family values. You're big on respect, so keep following that. And if you come across people that do not align with that, then that is the energy is telling you to cut out what no longer serves you and realign with your morals. The people have to match your morals. If they ain't got none and you got morals, then they ain't for you. Okay, so now you need to know your worth, and in order to sustain. Emotions are not all yours. You are not all your emotions. You are just feeling them. Okay, so to become more aware is to allow yourself to accept that you are not what others feel you are. Others are what they feel you are. Okay? Enjoy the simple life, define and align with values, take things lightly and be realistic, know your worth. And add a little tax to it because you know your worth, and then somebody gives you the bare minimum. You have to set standards for yourself. Okay, you don't have to be conceited, but if you've never valued yourself, then a little bit conceited, and being humble at the same time, um, is okay. As long as you respect others and you consider others and things like that. You don't want to be too uppity. Okay. Now, if you have a North Node of Taurus, then your South Node, where you came from before you healed, was in Scorpio. And Scorpio was to followed more of your ancestors, and you probably looked into you followed a lot of the traditions of your and the ways of your ancestors. So now you're not really breaking away from the ancestral patterns, but you're learning how to apply them and stand in your truth by bossing up. Okay, so there may have been issues of codependency. There could have been some issues with being emotionally volatile, the subconscious addiction to inner drama and crisis. You may have attracted a lot of toxicity in the past. You constantly needed to reinvent yourself based on what others thought you were or perceived you to be. Investigated and looked for what lies beneath, um, to a fault. Like you've always had to find the secret. in situations. Okay, so like if your north node is in Cancer, Cancer being to follow your instincts. Capricorn was the south node, which is to follow the patterns. So if your north node is in Cancer, you have to become a warm and nurturing mother-like person to your childlike soul. So whether your mother is in your life or not, you still have to be that mother figure that you always wanted to your inner child soul, because Cancer is all about the home, the root. Okay, because everything starts with self. Everything starts at home. Make and enjoy heartfelt connections now. Embrace your feminine maternal side and connect with your emotions. Excuse me. All right. So, if the South Node was in Capricorn, you had a natural ambition and drive for success. And you kind of set high standards and goals. You had a strong sense of discipline and responsibility. You spent many lifetimes enjoying high positions because, like I said, you could have been a politician, someone of a royal family, because you could have been a Leo in the 12th house. Um, you had a strong sense of discipline and responsibility. You took care of everyone, everything. You were the breadwinner. You were the sole protector and provider. And you spent many lifetimes enjoying high position of power in leadership roles. You carried a lot of clout, whoever you are. Damn, you the president or something? Anyway, so I think I'm gonna leave this here. I think that's all the messages I have for you, Virgo. Keep healing. Okay, the unwanted growth, I don't see there being an actual, maybe somebody's skin could be sensitive. Um, because when we look at Cancer and the unwanted growth, that's dealing with emotions. So there could be an unwanted growth of emotions. So be mindful that you just need to cut out the emotions that no longer serve you, because it's connected to a shadow aspect of yourself. But you have to be willing to look at that area of self and say, you know what, it's time to change that. I'm going to be more loving, more caring, more nurturing, because the father figure can be a little bit stern, a little bit hardcore, you know what I'm saying? So now it's like, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit nicer. I'm going to be a little bit more mature. So that is your message. I wish you peace, happy healing. If you're drinking tea, put some lemon in it. Um, Continue to keep your grass cut low, uh, if you know what I'm saying. Uh, Keep balance in your life. Face the sun, okay? Northeast. Um, Red, go after your passion. We know you're passionate about what you're passionate about, okay? But nothing is perfect, and things ain't gonna happen the way you want it to happen. And I almost forgot your singing bowl, so my fault. I'm going to um, give you a little sound bowl healing. So this part is for those of you that need a little bit of clearing in the mind. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use the sound bowl, and I hope, matter of fact, I'm going to turn this mic off for just a second.